past you. As if we were passing through the tresses of the dead. Unwelcome. Stilling myself always makes me feel like I'm misbehaving. Though it feels guiltiest when I do it alone. Do it now, so I can watch. And doing it on my own won't be the same kind of guilt as when I do it alone. But let me observe. If it's your wish.
Nina! You think I'll do the journey on your behalf, eh?
Sam! Oh, Sam, quicken yourself! Honor is imperiled!
Paula! I'm near! I'm here! Oh, what struck us?
Something inner and invisible, brother. Hidden in her within. Be her remedy.
Fallen petal will curl for us. Twist with breath. Bleed so I can sponge you. Scream so I can hush you. But don't receive so shyly from me. Rouse your gaze. Oh, Paula, respond!
Paula! She's sinking with our calls, Sam.
Unless?
Perhaps,
Perhaps?
if
Chance allows, what?
you could place a waking kiss upon her.
Upon her what?
Her cheek.
Lifeless despite love.
Love? Huh. Well, if you have love to offer, perhaps you ought to kiss her lips.
Well, far be it from me to presume.
No, you really must. She could live yet.
Then I must. You cat-whacking toddlers were stupid, insincere, anticing. Could have hurt yourself. Could have hurt me.
Offer
Mickey
some.
Pratt.
Come on, you got to kiss my cheek.
I strip my branches bare to garland you, and you scorn me for it.
Dandelion weeds. Give me dandelion weeds.
Harvest. I bring you harvest.
Harvests. Harvests. Harvests.
Shut up!
Let the farrier eat his horse. When all the beef is rare, while your bodies shrink outdoors, I will dine elsewhere. Let the thirsting ivy pale, let fall your baskets bare. While you strangers gnaw your nails, I will paint mine elsewhere.
Nina, you saw again.
I saw
You see him? Vision's worse.
She's speaking crooked.
Scram, Sam.
I'm telling.
No, I'll tell.
You can tell it once I've told it.
Be told old before you tell it. Hold me as we go.
If you're the first to tell, you'll be the second to be heard.
Don't worry. Our four legs will beat his two home.
We will beat him home while they beat the loan.
What?
We will beat him home while they beat the loan.
There once was a boy at the plough
Who could turn up anyway out?
and the ladies nearby would turn down their eyes.
See what he gets in his brow!
Says, have you heard of this boy at the plough?
Madam's unfurl your brow.
He'll follow you too, and he'll follow through.
To plant his seed, if you allow.
Rats! We have a first timer. Welcome, young Pete, to the fields. You say you know how to turn the soil, lad?
I do. Ploughing's ploughing.
Aye.
Except for the ploughing in that song, which was something quite different.
Yes, ploughing's ploughing. So, you get to plough in the first row, and we'll watch your progress. If he's doing well by the third, we'll let him plough the whole field, won't we, boys?
Oh, thanks, lads. So, I'll start us off here then.
Grant. First turning of the year. Let's see you make it a good.
As you like, Brangman. As you like.
Righty then, I'm out!
Suppose I hit a bashful stone.
Well then, Pete, you dig it out.
Naturally.
Oh, come on, Pete.
Big stone. Humongous.
Go on, lads.
Brangman, I think it's it's all like this.
Oh! All hard?
It's all unpenetrable, Branwen.
Oh, step aside, lad. He's not going to shirk the work as easy as that, is he, lad?
No.
Now this, lads and men, this is how a ploughman does it. Hey! None of that. You and you. Help me dig out this stone. And you, Pete, you led me to it.
Actually.
Bring me to the ground!
You! Go and try over there!
Help me get crumb!
I'm not having this!
It's the same all over.
All ploughs! Barracks the plains! This is our finest field! Each year, it has given us fine ground for ploughing, and now it shuns us. This bodes not well, boys. Not well at all.
Branwen, it wasn't my doing, was it?
Well, that I don't know, Pete. But if it was you, you'd better run like a ferret. Because the people will be wanting to eat something. Right. To the neighbouring fields. Something's amiss. The ground won't surrender, but
Neither will we!
We stand on our contender.
Demanding victory!
Father!
Hush!
Mother, where's Father?
Hips racket, intolerable noise! Hush, Samson, hush!
Mother, please, I have a report.
Be silent, you migraine! You can leave your keg of rockets at the door next
Oh,
time.
Mum, please hear me.
Hear you! All I ever do is hear you! You could never say another word and I'd have your echoes bounding around this room until the day I drop.
Father!
Hey?
Oh, soften your piping!
Hey?
Do you start hollering too?
Hey? What's that?
Oh, Father, please read my
Oh,
lips.
take your lips away! Even when they're voiceless, they still make a deafening draft.
Oh, what? Oh, speak up, all of you! Is this a grotto? Are there fairies about? I didn't raise a whisper, did I? Well, speak freely, man!
Then I'll beat freely.
Please. It concerns Nina.
Who?
Ah!
That's better!
It's Nina, Father. Nina. She's been speaking riddles again, talking of visions, advocating evil.
What? Nina?
Father? Oh, shout the roof down, the lot of you! I'll sweep the rubble and grin. If death can shut you up.
Father, please heed me. The village is going to go a bad way.
It will if it goes your wily, wanton way.
Watson?
What on earth?
Father, please, there'll be no harvest this year. We need to take the food we have, lock it up, and make it last.
Did he say Watton?
No.
Sir, listen. Nina's seen things before.
She says she has, Orla. Says she knew when the dog had died.
Oh, we all knew Chester was a goner. His tongue swept the floor.
But she foresaw it to the day. And on that day, Chester fell.
Will you tell me how long until your mother stopped sweeping her tongue?
I heard that!
Come again, dear?
Father.
No harvest, eh? I've heard enough. Go tell the man for growth or the ploughboys. If you're right, they'll bundle you up and call you a colt. If you're wrong, it'll be no surprise. Go on, leave us be, all of you. Hey, what was that?
Nothing. Goodbye, Dad.
Riddance. One day without food is enough for a riot. I hope she
I hope she's a liar, or that she keeps her truth.
Quiet! Stomper, snorer, hiccupper, hickdowner, noisy scowler, mirthful howler, or boisterous prowler in attendance. We have not come to hurl our contributions in, as if tossing rot and pulp at a man condemned, nor shall we, like actors, awaiting a scene, perch on the margins, listening only for our moment of entrance, considering nothing but our speech to come. Or shall we rock and totter like children at a service who mistake their silence for listening true? No. We shall hear, and none shall hear closer than our man for catastrophe, who will now state his entrance.
We know not why, nor the breadth, nor the depth of the obstacle. We know only that the earth rejects our tools, even the slightest scraping nail. Our spit will not soften it. Even the riverbed has crusted solidly beneath the fishes. The trees cannot be felled, their roots being so encased. We've tried tunneling through the stumps, but found no such strange way in. And the grass looks peely-wally. Well, we cannot have it. We must plough!
Aye! Yes!
Plough and eat! We must this spring, and so we shall. Yes! Yes, we must plough. Good man for peace and good order. Is now the time to call our two young men forth?
Yes, I call forth Brangwen and Pete, boys of the plough, to give their account to the man for catastrophe before our every ear.
Not you, lad. By the wish of the man for peace and good order, I present to you, our man for catastrophe, our discovering of this. Am I to call it a catastrophe?
I ask the man for catastrophe.
I will decide within this occasion. Continue.
I present to you our discovering of this stubbornness below. It was our first outing of the year. I led the plough, as is my duty to the village. But I did not strike mine first, no. I allowed young Pete the honour, for he had not yet turned the soil. But when Pete struck the earth, it did strike him back. Of this first failure, we must ask Pete. I can only say that we have tried the tight earth for 3 days now, and not an inch of progress has been won downward. I have tried the bases of the rivers and the wells, as you say, Mr. Catastrophe, and the caverns and the coal pits, yet neither have accepted us there. And I have taken my pickaxe 7 miles to the north and 7 miles to the south, and yet found myself no more vited in those soils there. Not an inch has been won, ever since Pete tried to turn his first. I now pass to Pete.
No. You pass
man for catastrophe, and good man for peace and order.
Man for peace and good order.
Oh, so I do. Men all around. I have not much to say, so I will not say much. Under Brangwen's instruction, I sought to turn the earth, but I found it would not be turned or stirred or tucked into at all. And this was far from my hopes. And yet, when I tried again, and when Brangwen and our others tried themselves, they found the earth to be sure of itself, or not wanting us in it. All my life before, I have dug with ease, and never with cunning. And so, this was not my fault, I am sure. I did as Brangwen asked.
Would I ask for this?
Plough, boys!
But Uncle is...
Enough silly stuff. Man for catastrophe, ask more.
Is there more to add?
Oh, I've told all.
Good.
Show us the motion of your first turn.
Eh?
Has any man here got a hoeing stick with him? Any?
I brought mine.
Now, this might matter, mate. Show us how you move towards the earth. We'll see if there was anything offensive in your motion.
Well, I suppose it was this, or... No, my elbow was lifted so. It was this.
And with your right knee bent to that extremity.
Oh, perhaps to a lesser extremity.
Perhaps.
I'd say so.
You would say it was.
I would.
When would you say so?
Well, when asked.
So now, being asked, you say that your elbow was lifted and your right knee bent to a lesser extremity?
I would.
Demonstrate as you say it was.
Your stoop was lower on the day.
Oh, I don't know. Who can recall emotion? But what I do know is I didn't do anything new. Nothing to startle the ground. I promise. I wasn't cocky.
Boys, you're thanked for your testimonies. Leave us now.
You regulate your stoop.
Peace and good order, boys, aside. Good. Round for catastrophe, your verdict.
If the ground won't soften for our spit, nor beneath the river, it will not take the rains. We'll have to mop the fields, or lose ourselves to flood. And if we can't plough, well, no good will come of that. But I see no reason to cry catastrophe yet. Good ends come to patient men. We ever had a hunger that didn't end with a meal? No! No catastrophe. No catastrophe. Not yet. Not until your empty bowls, your empty bowels, your barren daughters.
Grumbles, is that young Nina again?
I have cried my morning for 3 days.
Yes, you have not slept, but prefer to be our waking nightmare. Man for wicker baskets, will you hamper up your offspring?
Hey?
Good elders, my sister is a shame, and I'm sorry for her sickness. Nina, forbid yourself from saying more. You're frittering your reputation.
Coming out of your shell, speckled egg.
You, boy.
Sam, in line to become the new man for Out of Venture.
Wow. Sam. Yes. Well, you're no such man yet. You nor your sister are welcome to jump in scrapping.
Of course, man for peace and good order, but I jumped in to carry my sister out.
Take your nibless quill and...
Sister!
Brother, no, I have advice to give.
Advice from a tyke who drowns as she drinks, clutters as she tidies, projects what ought to be digested, dances as she sleeps, sleeps at our dances, and, unable to face our noon, turns from the sun and decides to howl for the moon.
Thesaurus.
Sister, you are not a sound advisor. You have told the brightest of your lunacy, so scratch me not as I speak on your dimmer shades of madness.
And me too. Am I malign?
I didn't say malign. She's faulty. And you all are her kindest friend. You have no greater fault.
Then tell us why the earth won't take us.
I cannot. You cannot. But that's no reason to
Oh,
prance.
please.
Brother, your words can smooth cruises, but they've never dug a trough. I find some solace in our rivalry. It is, at least, familiar. But this is new. We need digging land, and we will only find it elsewhere. I asked to be sent out.
We've been trying to send you out.
No, send me on an outer venture. I'll find soil.
We have vasty soil here.
But we can't ply it.
Soil is soil. It'll come around.
It won't come around because you can't turn it.
Enough!
Please, let me follow the birds. Yes?
What?
The birds I have seen have flown east. Let me apply their example.
There's no established eastern path.
And so,
I demand peace and good order.
we demand that you admit that this is a catastrophe.
I shan't. I have considered it to be no catastrophe.
Aye!
Though it is a crisis.
A crisis?
Well, that much is clear. Soil is soil. A crisis is a crisis. but not a catastrophe.
Well, we have no man for crisis. So it is enfolded in you to decide our next action.
Well. Well, foremost, we must humble ourselves and wait for the soil to be returned. But we will also seek out all our seeds and our supplies of food, and these stores we will draw together under one roof and allot portions to each other gently. And meanwhile, we will attempt sharper tools and more persuasive ploughs, and so forth. And our man for gathering will seek out to contribute more than his usual, and we will not be excessive, and we will not squabble, and we will hope. But we will seek out farther soil, and Nina may seek with if her father says aye. Man for gathering, do you say aye?
Aye.
Man for wicker, do you release your daughter to this venture?
Hey?
Grand! And she will be joined by the very first fellows to meet with this grumpiness on the ground. Brangwen and Pete, pack yourselves for the outer venture. And we will need our man for outer ventures. No, young Sam, not you. We will send our usual man. Where is our usual man? Swaddle! Swaddle! Where is he, asleep? Fetch him, someone. Brangwen shall lead, Swaddle shall guide, and the rest shall provide themselves as required. Yes, you, a piece of us, will venture out and find a soil. No one else is to leave the community. We are anciently united by our crop fields. We must not disperse ourselves in search of new plots. And this group sent out will return, I'm sure, to find whatever they have discovered to be useless, as we will soon again be masters of our own soil. These are our solutions. Any upset?
Or catastrophe. I was promised that I would man the next outer venture. I have revised the lands miles around. I could recite to you the ponds and paths nearby and farther afield. I know where the sheep clump and the wolves pick. I have spent days hiking and nights reading widely about our vicinities and their vicinities and their vicinities. I am trained. Could I not leave this venture?
Sam, your learning is noted. But Swaddle has done this before. Let his casting prevail. Besides, he has not that many outer ventures left until his final venture into unmapped realms. He will die, Sam. Be patient. Besides, a worthy job awaits you. Does it not? Man for peace and good order? Hey?
Indeed.
woman needs a woman.
Woman needs a woman. Let's ask our man for women. Man for women. Does a woman need a woman?
Yes. Indeed, a woman can benefit from a woman. Some even need a woman sometimes. Yes.
Orla, if your brother permits, you may be this young woman's woman. Thank you. Brangwen, Pete, any upsets?
No.
Oh no.
Then the matter is planned upon. No catastrophe, but a crisis. And we will solve it a home. Although our man for our adventures will escort you beyond our premises and let you have your search. Well, I thank you all for keeping your ears affixed to your heads. Peace and good order will come back.
Aye.
We will force it back. Toil in the fields and soil thus revealed. Right, scatter we off. Each man vanish yourself from here. Go. Someone find Swaddle. And if not, crisis, not catastrophe. Good, orderly, peacefully, good.
Pete.
Oh, you have teeth marks in your hand flesh. What creature caught you?
It wasn't a snail, Pete.
Oh,
It was a woman that gouged me.
a woman? Which one?
She's nameless to me now, Pete. Know that.
Why did she gouge you?
For proudness.
Pride?
For proudness, for pride, I told her she wasn't as shy as she said she was, and lo and behold, she wasn't.
Oh. I thought it might be you tried to have a kiss.
I don't try to have a kiss, Pete. Ugh. Kisses, they just happen to a man. So I wasn't trying. Boys try. Pete's try.
Well, I haven't tried much, actually.
Haven't kissed much then.
Well. So, we're taking the northern path, are we?
I will say when all are present.
Right. Was it Amanda that bit you?
What?
Oh, well, I heard you have an interest.
When did you hear that?
Recently.
From who?
Everyone!
Who?
The boys, my sister, unless I misheard.
No, Pete, no. Why am I going to be after a gobby trout like Amanda when I've got mermaids in my rock pool?
Mermaids.
Am I?
Nah,
Am I?
Suppose not.
No, gobby trout like Amanda? Absolutely not.
Well, guess I don't know much of beauty yet, but speaking of gobby.
So, Brangwen, you're a fisherman too?
What?
We heard you boasting of trout.
And we've been waiting. Why are you so late?
Not the guiltiest.
You've been busy imagining.
Like she said, we're not the guiltiest. What about our man for our adventures?
He's not here yet.
Oh, I think I see him coming. Slowly.
Hello, Swaddle! Well, he comes.
Morning.
Morning, Pete.
How'd you fare, Pete?
Oh, quite well actually. Yeah, I slept much. But I dreamed thinly.
Ah!
Al, the man from Outer Ventures.
Yes.
Morning.
Morning, lad. Morning, all. I'm late.
Not so much. But we will be off.
Yes. Which way?
Which way?
Which way?
We'll take the firm northern path.
Ah. That away.
Oh, is that north?
No. But in order to take the northern path, we must first go to the northern path. And the northern path is that way.
Right.
That isn't the way to our rescue.
Oh, don't bother nattering your visions at us.
It's not vision, it's sight. The birds I have seen have flown east.
Birds fly all kinds of
But
ways.
they've flown east this week.
We're not birds.
Well, then maybe we ought to be. Order!
Mina has seen the birds fly east. They're more literate of the landscape, so we should let them dictate us. Let's not trudge upon this strange ground, cloying for convenience. If we're canny, we'll go the eastern way.
Right. North it is. This is an outer venture. No moaning, no whining, no slow going, no talk of hungry bellies or itchy blankets. Comfort is nothing. Duty is everything. Aye. Onwards! Women, come or stay.
Infants resist food, grow right to their gums, and our neighbours do the same with my advice. Fine! Let their bellies giggle while they spat on them. But if the hungry are more easily escorted, in the end, we'll lead them into leading us. And they will go east.
Mina, if it's your way, you know I'll go it. But why with them?
I say that we five are the fingers that our village has yawned out to quell its itch. And a whole hand is just a limb. It's better than fingers severed, though.
Couldn't we be a foot?
We make the perfect hand. Swaddle, our little finger, navigates from behind. Brangwen, our crooked thumb, is rough enough to defend us. And Pete, the ring finger, is good enough, at least for carrying. And we two, the fingers for pointing and criticism. Fingers for pointing and criticism. And for snapping against a thumb and for crossing together as a pair. The hand will need us too.
Mingling our mischiefs. But our link is stronger than mischief now, I hope.
Or it could be that all strength is made of mischief.
Goodbye, girls!
Not so soon, Brangwyn. Not so soon.
Brother! John!
and no amount of tears will mud the earth.
I have a pot of soil. A peculiar phrase. Didn't mean much a week ago. Now it's a brag. I have a pot of soil. Long. Humus. Earth. Dirt. Soil. A pot of it entire. And how? Well, soil is sometimes kept in pots, and flowers are grown therewith. I grew no flowers, and yet I kept this soil in this pot. And lo, when the fields hardened, my pot's lot didn't. Separate. It remained crumbly, scatchable. Well, it wasn't a planned thing. I didn't know the fields were to pucker up so tight. But now, I am a planning. I'll put no seeds in it, and yet this soil will make many a meal for me. For 3 days, I dragged to and fro, watching the surface. I've seen many a mutt go mad in search of buried bones, and I've seen the stranded moles whisking about the daylight, trying to borrow homeward, shoveling bluntly, scrabbling blindly, before the lingering buzzards find them. I've seen the men folk promising their wives all sorts of blooms to come. And I've seen them go out in their little groups, picking at the molten fields, at a soil which won't have them. Well, it won't have me either, but I have it. An entire pot of it.
Sam came to me the day before we left.
Oh.
He said he'd shed tears. shed tears or that he would shed tears. He said, Orla, stay with me. Don't waste yourself outside of my reach. He'd rather you wasted yourself in his reach then. I kissed him goodbye. On the hand. I don't know if it was a joke.
It was a joke.
I'm told seriously then. Joke at myself. What?
You're resting on your bread, Brandon.
I wish you would give it a rest, Nina. Why do you always forbid me from resting? On the day the ground hardened, it was I that rode my stallion all the way to Brundleby to see if they had it there. And you lot, nothing.
Your stallion? I've seen that horse. It buckles as it trots. Its lice outpace it.
I trust you know a lot about lice and not very much about horses.
Well, anything with lice, I learned from you.
You wish I'd teach you.
Seriously, even now you're scratching yourself.
I'm scratching my head from confusion.
Not your head you're scratching, Brandon.
No, I am confused.
Huh?
I am wondering when it'll be that you two do as grown girls do and put down that cup of whispers you cradle between you.
But is it a cup or is it a cradle?
It's your joined hands, held up together, a meeting that we needn't attend, but we know the agenda. Oh, Nina, oh, Orla. Some prattle about a neighbour's cat, some cruel discussion of a fun lad's ugliness, or some other prattle about another dismal face you each would kiss if your poor lips weren't so busy trading overblown tediums. I'm sure you'd share your hair into one braid, but then it would mean that you couldn't gossip to the other because the other would have already heard it. Perhaps if we join you at the head, you wouldn't have to chat at the expense of honest men and other honester women. Let's try that sometime.
You wouldn't know how to braid. You've never touched a woman's hair except to yank it.
I know. He's practiced upon his stallion.
I would ask Pete. You spend a lot of time with your sister, don't you?
Yeah, I do, and I know my women's knots. But braided two heads, tied by moonlight. Well, my sister herself would struggle.
Your sister's a struggling sort.
Ignore her, Pete. You try this ground. Go on. 2 nights and 2 frights, and we can only hope for rain. That will clear us onward. You're right, Nina. You've been quiet about going east for about an hour now.
It's no digging to be had here either, Branwyn.
Off with the birdies. Distracted. Have you missed Nina's birdie talk, Pete?
Oh, I can't say I have.
She's trying to help you from starving.
Well, then she should pick fruit, Orla.
Well, I've been wondering, how is it that you're so trusting of the birds anyway?
Because they didn't argue over it, Pete. They just flew east.
Oh. Swaddle? Swaddle, do birds know things that we don't?
I used to like an outer venture. Now, I can't even dig a hole to stool in.
Right.
Go no farther today. Camp yourselves.
We'll camp just yonder. On we go. Pete!
pets will be more forward here, because they can't hear the boys snoring.
Ball isn't big enough to hold a rabbit.
No, but could do for a bunny. But I'd be glad enough to get a rat or a mouse.
Never eat a rat.
Everyone will be eating everything soon. We could keep it in our packs.
No. We'd have to eat it if we're spending a potato to catch it.
A really small potato. A spuddler. We could train the captive to get food for us.
Couldn't catch a wood lice like that either.
No, but watch as I rehearse my scheme. Okay, so bowl one, potato. Rat or rabbit. Crawl, hop, sniff, sniff. Ooh, a potato in a bowl. Sumptuous. Big enough for me. Okay, into the bowl. Hungry, hungry. Nibble with the teeth. And oh, Mother Mouse! Oh, Brother Bunnies, redeem me! Oh, please!
Sumptuous.
I'm going to engrave a welcoming face.
We'll all be damned, so let us go away. We'll all be damned, so let us go. We'll all be damned, so let us run away. We'll all be damned, so let us run. You made him unwelcoming. Sinister eyebrows.
What song was that?
My own. What?
I said, you have a maruka. Here, on your wrist. I did. You've got two. Like the rotten eyes, like on the spuddler. There, clear as moonlight.
A shame.
And who made such a fuss from the freckle on my knuckle?
So it's a freckle now, is it? No. I know where you keep your freckles.
What voices? Women of ours.
Evening swaddle?
Couldn't sleep.
No?
No. Even in my manhood, I would sleep in blinks and scrunches.
Is that how you came to know the stars?
It's why I roam tonight. But there have been no stars this week.
A starless week? No, he's right. I've missed them too.
You have?
Yeah.
That reassures. I thought my eyes were clouding over.
No. The skies are obscure.
Yes, you've reassured. It would be no good thing for the man for outer ventures to lose sight of the stars if they were still shining. But they've gone away. Well, they'll return. But for now they're shy and they've gone away. And the moon hangs strangely. He's dropped his mask.
Wonder where it fell to.
But he has, hasn't he?
I always thought that the moon was a maiden.
No. The sun is female.
You'll find no book that says so. No good book.
Swaddle, have you noticed that the birds are flying east?
I'm not the man for birds.
So then you haven't seen,
I've seen.
and still you think nothing of it?
I think that the northern way or no way or any way could be right or wrong, and you do not know and I do not know.
But surely, as the man for out-of-ventures, you've let the birds escort you in your time.
Birds and beasties are often right, it's true, but
You're not going to let them escort us now.
this Brangwyn is escorting us, whatever I could say.
You haven't tried, Swaddle. You've nodded, you've doddered.
A northern path, an eastward struggle. To an aged man, it's all apocalypse. Why should I prefer to scrape through brambles? It's not the way we're set to go, so I won't go that unsettled.
Good night, Swaddle.
Get sleep. Youth is for dreaming through.
Are those enough logs for a fire, Pete?
Oh, I've more I can add.
Better go get them.
But surely it's enough.
No, those twiglets won't do.
You'll get a kindling though, no?
Go on, our man for lumber. Go on. Good morning, fellow travellers.
Master of the plough.
Be sweet for the sunrise.
Oh, well, everything
Please.
tastes sour to a rancid tongue.
Logs, Pete. Big logs, not chippings.
Oh, this is more than enough, Brangwyn.
Go on, man for lumber. Big logs, please.
Has it become your strength, Brangwyn? Get your own chunks.
Didn't you hear him? He's our man for lumber. And he's glad to, isn't he?
Brangwyn,
Aye.
what are those bracelets that hang upon you?
Mine?
Yeah, they look bedraggled.
Some of these I've had for 3 years. They're for wishes.
Oh? But perhaps you wish to be laughed at.
Ola, do you laugh?
No, no, for wishes are a solemn thing.
Yes, they are. Nina would have us respect her visions, and yet she laughs at wishes. A shame and for shame.
What have you wished for? Can you tell?
I can tell. Wishes don't depend on secrecy, and each is going to come true the moment the brand breaks itself.
How long does the break-in take?
As long as it must.
Have you ever had a bracelet destroy itself?
I'm not going to answer your mocking questions.
Has ever yet a band of yours become undone?
Never yet. But great wishes require greater patience. I've often felt like slicing these off, but I've stayed patient because wishes can't be forced.
How did you come by this method?
I heard it from my aunt in a dream.
So you listen to your own dreams then?
My goodly dreams. They're not like your fits.
What have you wished for? Can you tell?
Improvements. Here and there.
Improvements.
Aye.
Maybe he wants to improve his manners. Oh, or his scent.
Or his smile.
Oh no, it's definitely his scent.
I know I'm not faultless. Every fault I have, I know about, without having to be told, so some of my wishes improve upon faults of my own, and some upon the faults of others.
But what faults of yours?
Well, one thing. You won't have noticed it, but I have some discomfort in my gait.
Oh.
Folk don't notice the injury and I don't complain of it, but, well, I've wished it better anyway, and I trust in that.
And this one. What does it wish for?
That one is for harder molar teeth.
This one?
A warm death. And that one for a long and lengthy life.
This one?
For people to stop talking about me falsely.
They
You must have heard.
do. And this one?
Well, that was to wish for finer soil and grant us success on our venture.
Well, I hope it unties in time.
Aye.
Do you believe in wishes, Pete?
Well, my mother said, wishes and washes never last long.
That's because the spirits can't smell your mother through her reeks and ponds.
The
Pete.
spirits? What spirits?
Don't talk about wishes if you haven't heard of the wishmongers.
The wishmongers.
Yes,
What
the wishmongers! Don't talk about wishes and wishmongers like that, Peter!
Very good. Oh, Pete.
Oh, I miss the softer earth.
It's tough enough to sleep on.
Brangwen's a wisher, then.
A wish hangs in his every bracelet.
What's he wish for?
Vanities mostly.
He could use some.
Pete. Begin to fly.
Our man for our adventures is still blanketed. Shall I wake him?
He doesn't seem to dream. It'd be brighter for him out here.
Swaddle! Old Swaddle! Unfurl yourself! Wake, meandering navigator, wake up!
Swaddle. Open thyself. The stars have come again. An adder is after Pete. Swaddle.
Is he, well, is he...
I don't think he's anything now.
Swaddle.
Swaddle?
Swaddle.
Hey, Swaddle? 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 The man is dead.
Oh, Swaddle! Swaddle! What the fuss is this?
Swaddle's passed on.
Oh. Why?
He never said, he just passed on.
I frown to hear it. Well, solemnities then. Let's see him off.
Oh, but there's no way to bury him.
Oh, we'll just pluck some leaves and...
What? No, the first wind would expose him.
Oh, we could carry him to yonder lake and...
No, again, his soul will sink and stagnate and the water will foul.
He has a niece. Back home she could minister to you.
Carry him home and carry a clan of flies with us and drop him with a feckless niece who has no way to bury him herself. The village needs our progress. They will wince at our return and chuck us your piss-flannel brother as a new man for our adventures, and you're trouble enough unsibling. No. We will turn him face down as a mark of ceremony, and then we will move on.
I refuse to leave the man with his nose smushed to the hard ground.
Oh, of
Creatures
course
will
you
chew at him.
refuse.
I would rather burn him.
Oh, you'd rather burn him. You'd rather burn his soul.
I've heard of friendly burnings done to bodies, and maybe his soul won't perish. We can wish it well.
Wish it, will me? Are you a wisher now?
Oh, well, why don't you tie a bracelet for him?
I'm not going to have his soul lingering around my knot. But if we must burn him, let's. I'll see to his unburnables. Say nothing of it. Possessions weigh down the soul's escape. We'll need more wood than Pete's got us. Pete, lead on. Go. Women move too.
Are you coming?
Yes. Go. Good night, old man. Right.
I have a pot of soil. Not dug this year, but kept from last. Been made to look new dug. I've mingled in some gritty bits to ensure it seems dug up, and I've... Oh, the same onlookers. Never mind then. Enough of my pot. Other tidings. All news is of the harvest never to come. The hamlets and the towns will be troubling themselves soon. Already folk fear to litter an egg. Children will demand, and fathers will confess their hunger. The flatulence of our country folk will clear up, losing all scent from lack of ingredients. But I have a pot of soil. Not enough to make a man for him, but enough for my needs.
Oh, Brangwyn!
Oh,
Brangwyn, there's a fella!
Branwen! There's a fella here who calls your name. Shall we wait for him together?
Brangwyn!
Branwen!
Yes?
This lad here wanted you.
What I need to tell you about him?
Who are you, sister? You're in my situation.
Oh, remorse and plenty on my part. Contrition, not wanting to intrude, windfall myself invalidly upon your locality. I'll just take me and my pot of soil somewhere else.
Your what?
Oh, my unseemly pot of soil.
Well, don't fiction me about
Ah.
soil.
No fictioning. 'Tis soil in this pot. You might test my sample and agree. Well, go on, prod it freely. Long bit steps. Rake it with your finger spreads. That's it. Smell it.
It is soil. Where did you dig it?
Why, this school here is from my home.
And where's your home?
Langwald village. 'Tis almost nearby.
And in Langwald, is it all like this?
All soily. Aye, when it isn't rocky or watery, it surely is.
Your name?
Willem.
Who's this?
Willem.
Is that soil?
A pot of it entire.
Whence?
Langwald. It's nearby.
Just 3 heights west from here.
West?
Aye.
No, it's a con for gullibles.
Others have thought so, till they got stuck into Langwold.
West is false.
Must it be?
Yes.
He has a pot of soil, Lena.
It's true, soil throughout. I felt it.
Soil is sometimes kept in pots, Pete.
Don't tantrum. It's not going to make you less useless.
That!
Do you see how he flinches? This is the most soil he could muster. We seek fields of earth, not this leftover.
Enough
Hey.
of your antics.
This all I have here, but I've plenty back in Langwold, I assure you.
This is hopeful. Gentle Willem, will you take us to Langwold?
That's the very reason for my approach. Now, I understand your envy, wild miss. A hard thing's crept under you, and many in the county, from which the people of Langwold stand separate. Aren't we rotten lucky? But I am trying to bring the fields of my village to all pleasant folk. Will you be pleased enough to know them too?
I will.
And I.
I'd like to also. There may be more ways than the birds can know me then.
Oh,
Bone of Phil.
Oh, start packing up.
does she have the falling
She's
sickness?
got something.
She says that she goes places.
And where is she now?
Mina. Open your eyes, please.
Come! Women, come with me. Let's go. Pete, start packing up.
What about Swaddle?
Take his legs, we'll burn him on the way.
His way.
I will.
Mina, come on.
Go on, Pete. Go on.
Mina,
Good lad.
hurry this.
Follow me.
Pull! Pull, Pete! Aye.
No, we have to go. It's dead. See what
Grandmother Earth! You forfend us! Did we offend your tenderness? We wish to test! Do not end us!
We wish to tend, not end. Tend, not end. Tend.
Take us back! Accept us weak lumps of you! Let us mingle together as one!
Grandmother Earth, do I taste you still?
Tend!
Tend,
Not
not
end!
end. Tend, not end.
Yes, yes, here we settle. Newcomers, welcome yourselves in. Old comers, make them welcome. Down you, holy men. Brooms.
Willem! Are away there.
Yes, yes, I am it. Now say hello.
And then you'll be taking us to Langwold.
I will. Once I properly forewarned the village elders and presented them your toll of entry.
Toll?
Ah, yes. Ever since this general nuisance underlined the county, all entrants to Langwold have been made to submit to the elders' toll. I don't think much of it myself. Why should we fund the new silo? Well, I suppose there will be much crop to store, what with all the new planters, such as yourselves. Perhaps that all is fair then, When understood. as a tax.
How much is this toll?
Oh, any nice, tradable, or edible thing of yours will suffice, and fret not, for if the elders approve of you, as surely they will, your thing will be returned as a gift. So, not a toll, or a tax in fact, but what folk call a deposit.
How far exactly is Langwell from here?
Just half a hike away now, but I'll show you directly, once the elders permit it. Will you be content to wait here that short while until...
Fine. When will you collect these tolls?
Now, if it pleases you.
Oh, yes. Tolls please me, and then some. Here. Have my mallet.
A well-meant offering, I'm sure. But in my familiarity with the elders, I think they would much prefer that box of salted kippers you keep in your sack.
You have acres of soil in Langwell.
Oh, but Amlin, you'll weep. You'll sob when ye scrape them.
You'll eat at the Increase, Brangwyn.
Sit down. Swear on your belly.
Oh, I swear on my belly, and all that it holds.
The rest of you contribute. Nina, deposit your chain.
Valued equal to kippers.
In hungry days,
No.
yes!
I'll give food.
But you won't! Pete and I have already given away ours. Pete, what is that?
Oh. This?
Yes?
Oh, it's just a kind of cheese that my mother made.
Let's have a look. Oh, a winsome tea. Of much value, I'm sure. The elders will think many good things of it.
Let Nina keep her necklace. I'll give this ring of mine. It's decorative.
Give it.
Return Orla's ring.
No, I'll have no more of this argumentation. Just give it.
No, I don't believe him. Why do any of you
Enough of
believe
this! Give it to me!
You're wrong! You're a thrashing ram with sad blunt horns and you are wrong! I refuse to stand beside you!
Then leave! Willem! Take our tolls.
Oh, magnanimous of you each. Now, I'll make for Langwell and warn the elders of your coming. And I will be back before the half moon.
Oh, but may we have that sample of yours?
Afraid not, hate. I'm fond of pot itself.
But may we have the soil?
May we have the soil? No. May we have the soil?
Willem!
Does anyone know when the next half moon will be? Not our master of the plough, for it's been full or absent every night this week.
He'll be back.
How do you know?
Until he is, I see no reason to breach the agreement. But Ola, just come here, come here. Come. Hold out your hand.
Thank you. Nina's chain.
Consider this a favour, from one wisher to another.
Thank you. But Nina loved that chain.
I loved my kippers, and my mallet. We must all sacrifice something.
Well, good night.
Bye.
You know, it's only today that I remembered about the footprints.
What about them?
Just that they used to happen. All the time. We live without them for long enough now, and you'd have thought I would have missed them sooner. Isn't that odd? I only thought of that today. Did you see me earlier when I was walking backwards, looking the way I've been?
I thought you were homesick.
No. I was watching the way I've been, thinking, isn't it odd that we used to leave footprints? Because now, I guess the only ones we have are the ones from before the hardening.
I know.
We all know, yeah, but nobody's mentioned it though.
There's a lot we don't talk about, Pete.
That's odd in itself then, isn't it?
Something can be odd and unremarkable.
Can it?
Yes!
But we're starting to act as if this is all normal. As if the grass was never wet and cold in the morning. As if this was always the earthy sound. It's so odd.
What do you want us to do, Pete? Gawp at everything?
Well, you'd have thought we'd done a bit more gawping, but we never did.
So, do you think we should talk about how odd it is, or do you think we should be speechless?
I don't know.
Well, let's try being speechless then.
Okay.
It's odd enough that the ground never accepted us in the first place. Did you ever think about that?
No, I just think...
There's a lot we don't talk about, and do you think you're the only one thinking, Pete?
No, I was just trying to say that maybe...
Just forget it. Good night.
Never mind.
Good.
There is a gemstone 3 feet down that any hip could find, but daylight hasn't seen it, for it was... Never mind.
Olaf! 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 All of them! All of them! All of them! All of them!
Yeah! Why don't you sleep? Who here's been in my pack? Huh? Anyone? No one? Fine. Then I'm rummaging Pete's bag.
Brangwyn, I'd never!
Give it. Is that your apple?
Yes.
Fine. Innocent. Good lad. Holly.
You'll find nothing. I've run out of food.
Innocence also. Well done. Nina. Nina. Give me her bag. Not much. Whose bag is this?
Mine!
Well
What
then.
is that for?
No, it's not. You leave this. You leave my camp today, you moping skinflint.
Mendacious rat!
If it is! Ah!
Our village had a fishing woman. Had.
Brangwyn!
Had.
I declare breakfast.
There's no need for that, Brangwyn.
Ah, would you like a carrot?
No. Stolen food? No.
Would you like a carrot, Nina? You must be hungry after all of that vomited noise you made last night. Holly. Holly, Holly, Holly. Would you like a carrot?
Very much, thank you.
Where are you from, Holly?
I'm from the village of Gaspard.
Gaspard. And where's Gaspard?
It's in the east.
In the east. And the soil in the east, is it like ours?
Yes, I came west to get away from it.
West. So, there's no birdies in the east then, are there?
Always.
Oh.
Even after the ground got hard. I guess there were. Further east then. Perhaps. Or Langwell. Yes. Langwell. But I wouldn't bother going east, love. Oh, where are you going?
I'm just off.
Not far, I hope. I'll be dawdling along with you.
Okay.
Where are you from?
A place called Brixley.
Brixley.
Yes.
I have a cousin who went there once. Or maybe it was Pixley.
Good.
Mother dear, I hate to hear your suffering, but it's tougher in this here house of mine. Mother dear, I hate to hear your suffering. You'll say we've gone and lost our minds.
No half moon again last night. Oh, unless I'm seeing double.
No.
How's Nina?
Doing, throwing, doing nothing.
Make us laugh. Pete,
Oh, well, I do have one trick I can do.
please.
Might as well.
Women! Come! No, my leg is fine! It is yours that is wrong! All the lassies want to kiss my ugly, no, my handsome face. To Langwold!
Go on, Pete.
I do well with the lassies when I like them. Oi, Pete, move those logs. Oi, Pete, how's your sister? Oi, Pete, don't think you're the only one that's been thinking. Oi, Pete, have you seen Nora and Nina? I reckon they've been kissing. Oi, Pete, I've tied a band to stop them kissing.
Did he really say we've been kissing?
Nah.
That's what you said.
Well,
Did he tie a band, Pete?
he hasn't tied the band. At least if he has, I haven't seen him tie it. But well, he did once make a joke about it.
What did he say?
He just said something like,
If I see Nora and Nina kissing. Ooh.
like that. But I've been meaning to say, I don't see the harm in anyone kissing. In fact, I wouldn't want you to feel that you had to hide it from me. Yeah, you can kiss in front of me if you like. Would you like to?
No, sweet Pete. No.
Oh, really?
No.
I wouldn't mind.
You know.
Then you don't tell Bragwin.
It's fine. We won't.
You made us laugh, Pete. That was kind. Thank you.
Well, I'll just be off then.
Maybe get us some lumber, Pete.
Yeah, I'll go get. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Pete.
Oh, don't despair. Will you eat? Soon.
Heretic! Fanatic! You enter the shell, not an ear!
Let her never engulf you!
She won't have you neither!
Feel her pulse. Try to feel it.
I've tried! It's dead, it's a skull! I've wasted my last thought of it in rags! For you and your grandmother! She's no grand of none!
Yes, she is!
No, she isn't!
Go then! Forsake Langwell! Abandon the crib! Abandon hope itself!
Oh! Perish in your nursery! One hour!
I'll quench your vision!
Pete. No. All. Both of you, come forage. Come on, Pete.
The half moon can't be so very far away.
Hey! What are you doing? You whinge about hunger and then you throw away food!
It's my last bit. I've got to give it. Don't eat it.
Do you know what I've noticed about you?
Nothing.
You you never blush. All the blushes. Pink blushes, and I'm pretty sure I get bloody face when I'm passion, but you never blush. Through all your shames.
None of us have eaten properly since those stolen rations ran out.
Stolen. Stolen, that's a laugh. You ate them as well.
Did I?
Everyone has eaten. Every day.
Order is going to wither.
If she needs more, she can ask. And you, if you're not wasteful.
Wasteful. Willem is gone. You should go too.
Well, you're the one to stay
I'm
here.
not going to stay here.
No, you're gonna make all her astray as well. That's gonna wither her.
I don't want that.
Why do you always think it matters what you want?
Just go home. Take order.
Not until Langwald!
Langwald is a nothing.
Oh,
He was a nothing.
you stupid tomboy!
Return. Return. I could leave. But I had understood you. Your insistence, your resistance, your evils, but I didn't. I just recognized you, and I will never eat from your pack!
I wish you a lonely, hanging famine!
Nina? I don't think you want any more of this place. Nor does it want me. We could leave. With this moon at daybreak, nothing keeps us here but familiarity.
You should stay.
Why should I?
It's safer with the others. You deserve a guarded sleep after so many wakeful nights watching me. Brangwen will give up soon, and he's gentle for you.
Brangwen can crumple dead. What, you thought me flirt? For his protection? We can at least this hour. If your unhappiness needs it, but we leave together.
We won't. He won't have me. And why should I linger? But you have no reason to go. The visions hurt like guilt, Orla. I know I'm not meant for here.
Am I? I've held you. I've held you through these nights past. I'll hold you in the nights to come. I'll keep you here or clutch you as we go.
You cannot clutch and sleep. Even newlyweds must shed their embrace for fatigue.
Newlyweds. Don't use examples when you're talking about us. When you're talking about leaving us. Explain yourself with yourself for once, Nina.
I love you.
So let's stay together. If I head east now, you'll have to follow me.
I won't. I will stay here and await your return.
Why do you want this?
I want none of this, but you can't join me.
Why?
No, I know I'm a burden to you. I screamed through the night. You need security, and you have it here.
I reject it.
Well, you don't get to. I've been having visions of your body, marked with mud. Mud, Orla. The mud is in the east. I want you in the west.
When?
Every night. Not just obeying a dream, Orla. Please.
Nina, it is a dream. There could be nothing to it.
I will return to you afterwards.
You'll starve. There's no food left.
Just go home, stay with those known men, talk them home, and wait for me there. I will return to you.
No, I won't let you go. I'll stay awake.
You should sleep.
No. No. I'll keep realised through the night. You cannot clutch and sleep. Nina!
Begone, you bygone wanderer. Begone, my woe. Oh. Oh. Pig!
Morning.
Morning.
You alright?
I am, might be. Do you notice anything unusual about me?
Some growth.
Yeah, any new largeness? Am I bigger?
Taller.
Yeah, and bulked up.
Oh, well, now you mention it, lucky to grow when food is scarce.
Oh, that's always been my way, Pete. And tell me, do you think I've grown an inch, perhaps? Eh? Or another 2?
Are you sure it isn't 3?
3 is way too much. 2 is more than good. I do have one quibble, though.
Oh, and what quibble is that?
We'll see how I walk. The wishes have come, but my limp still lingers.
Oh, no. The limp is gone. It's the limper that lingers.
What?
A habit? Mere habit. Your legs become accustomed to troubled strides. And now you will adjust to walking straight.
Yeah, you've stuck it there. Just adjusting. Good stuff. Good stuff, forsooth. Excess and surplus pit. I am becoming more man than man. Hola!
Hold your wishes.
That's a cull. A reap. See how I'm walking?
Worse. You're walking worse.
Good one.
What was another wish? Hard your molar teeth, maybe they've melted.
Don't say that.
And your hair, has your hair thinned?
Didn't wish about my hair. Where's Nina?
She cut your wishes and ran from us.
You saw that?
Well, if I'd saw it, she'd still be here.
Why does she cut my wishes? Did she tell you about it?
Just nothing of that.
Well, she's left you, hasn't she? Left us all. Never did care about the rest of us as long as she could eat, sleep, and scream. Well, she's left us now. And Pete, you lied to me. Come on, you agate pair. Come on. I'll tie new wishes. Pete, you're late. Ola, you'll remember who you were before you tethered yourself to Nina. We'll all eat. Who knows the way to Langmont?
That way. He went that way. I want to get him.
Yes, we are. Come on. Off to Langmont.
Leave the bracelet so Holly can get him.
Oh, yeah.
Small thing, but funny.
I think the half moons are rising. We leave that way or that way?
Oh, that was it, yeah. Follow Goldsborough. Yes.
Here we are. Good lad. You got the grain? Good lad.
But it isn't wise.
Eh? Unwise?
I'm saying it isn't wise to offer grain as a prize. People are ransacking up for anything that's near edible.
Well, we don't want it then, do we? That's why we're raffling it. Raffle! Raffle! Sell that scarecrow. I'll gladly win that. Fine craftsmanship. Fine craftsmanship.
Thanks.
Win a wicker basket. Not many folk out yet, but they'll come. It's a good day for a raffle. The man for all men's coming to speak.
You said.
Probably coming to lay down some good sense to those thieving rabblers.
I saw Ellis flogging the last of his herd today. They're wilted things now. Meek. Emaciate.
They're what?
They're famished.
Famished sheep? Should clinch them then.
He doesn't want to.
Fool.
Well, his herd is his company. You'd never clinch him off.
Eh?
Mars as poorly as those sheep, but you'd never clinch her.
Eh?
Mother is unwell.
Eh?
Oh, don't say A! You know she's ill.
Your mother? She'll last. She's just not used to hungry.
She's dwindled. Won't eat what I can give her.
Mrs. Nina, perhaps.
And you?
Man for catastrophe. Will you raffle today?
A raffle? Afterwards, I must attend the man for peace and good order's address.
You made that way risk missing out. See our prizes.
I am missing out. Don't grasp at me.
I'm not grasping. I'm insisting. Admire our prizes before you scurry on.
What prizes? An effigy? A sack of...
Tell him, Sam. Tell him what's in the sack.
Grain.
Healthy, wholesome, hearty, grain.
The speech has begun.
Tell him, Sam.
Good grain. Each grain a relic of the earth's erstwhile blessings. Souvenirs from greener days.
Or an investment for green days to come.
You could build them.
How much?
Well, all the way to flour.
How much to do the raffle?
One edible thing, please.
No, don't.
Except maybe for something in that little bag there, eh?
That's my lunch.
You could buy you a pebble.
I leave.
An orange pebble wins the grain.
How many are orange?
Tell him, Sam.
One.
Entry! Entry!
Plan for gathering. Coming to the oration?
No,
Why not?
our stomachs are rumbling.
Well, they shouldn't be. I hear you've lately found yourself an uncommon amount of things.
Man for gathering and his gathered men. Will you raffle today?
We're not taking chances anymore.
But here the chance is given, not taken. It's a good chance.
Dad! But you're for taking other things. Hey, man for gathering from the big pantries.
We took back what we gathered.
That stock wasn't gathered for you alone.
You have food. Trade one foodstuff for a pebble and you'll be raffling.
Father!
We'll not raffle, but we'll have the prizes.
Oh, there'll be no mischief, I hope.
We have common roots. Our lives are free from black women.
All that's been paid over! Men, gather.
Yeah!
Hey!
No, careful! Don't hurt him!
We hunger too!
Wait till that can't eat wicker.
Do not make fuss yourself. Thank you.
We'll be seeing your larder next.
Shut up!
Beneath yonder hills, a maiden sleeps, quilted by the grass. Below she murmurs, no folk learneth the dreams felt by that lass. Bah! The world's a genocide, ever turning to its next enemy. Don't scrutinize me! The cows are dead! I'd share if I had more.
Oh, he's there! I will!
It's been eating your food!
What? I'm sorry, friends. I demanded, but they wouldn't have you.
Help me! The ground was as hard as ours!
Please let me go. I'm sorry.
Hungry Willem!
Let me go on me. No, let me go. Please,
all right,
no, no, no.
Don't shake your spirit!
Blood him. Blood the weed.
Your own pot wouldn't have you!
I needed food.
If you love your belly so much, you would have sworn false upon it!
An empty belly.
Oh! I will give it Phil! Magpie!
Help me look.
Picked on total. Peace! All the